mate, 2020. Mate, we were sitting here, 8 months ago?
I think it was 8 months, yeah.
8 months ago, full of hopes, dreams, aspirations. You were going to climb ropes.
I was.
We were going to both get on double unders.
We were.
We had, mate, a year planned out. And then, mate, everything's turned to shit.
Everything turned to shit, as we all know.
Total shit. Not a half-assed shit.
Yeah.
Not just squirting one out.
Yeah.
A full...
It was...
as shit as it can get.
A coming apart shit.
I think that we should say that
Yes.
Abby and the coaches did an unbelievable job.
They did. Yep.
And I think that the fact that we pretty much kept all of our membership and picked up some members.
We did,
from what I can see.
Yeah.
I think the 30-minute workouts through the really tough part.
Outside.
That tested people out. But I think to see people actually make the commitment to that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was remarkable. I have to say, there was one day we were walking the dog past the gym, and there were all these little, what are they called? Not pergolas, what are they?
Marquees.
Marquees over 4 stations, and people in there. It would have been all of 11 degrees max temperature during the day, and people out, it was drizzling with rain. That is commendable to see where people really were putting in.
Well, that can only happen if people are prepared to do the organisation to allow it to happen.
Absolutely.
I think
amazing.
It was a reciprocal effort.
It was amazing. And I think that's where the sense of community really, to me, that's when it really bedded down as being not like a flippant, let's just use the word community because it sounds good. It was a genuine community.
And I think, look, you saw some of that spirit really come to the surface at the Christmas break-up this year.
We did.
Some surprising performances.
Yes. Who are you referring to?
Well, I think Charlie Atwood on the darts.
On the durries.
He was right.
Charlie.
I tell you,
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. Right. And he did. You may have noticed this, that his accent certainly got a lot thicker.
Yeah. After a few
frothies. Durries and frothies.
Durries and frothies. I love durries as a word. It's a great word.
Well, it's one of those words, mate, that you need to be our generation, really, it's gone out of the common vernacular. So Charlie Atwood on the durries, right? and I tell you what, mate, the ease with which he was able to rope in smokers.
Yeah. Or part-timers.
Part-timers, but, almost, I don't know, it did make you wonder about how the seedier side of Wham Bam could be displayed just with a little bit, with his type of leadership, where that could go to.
Yes, Charlie.
What's Charlie? Well, let's go back to, because we never finished the discussion about manscaping. And this is once again, an associated topic.
Yes.
Clearly you don't mind a little bit of mechanical enhancement in terms of your trimming up type of thing. You don't mind a bit of mechanical enhancement. Where do you stand on chemical enhancements?
Ooh. What do you mean?
A little bit of the testosterone.
Oh, I had a cinematographer friend of mine. We were on a shoot, and he said he was on. What was he on? He was on peptides. Okay. He said, "I've got something for you. You're going to love it. Remind me later." So we're doing the shoot, and I said, "What were you going to talk to me before about, Josh?" And he goes, "I'm on the peppies, mate.
The peppies.
You'll love these." That's funny, on the peppies.
On the peppies. Yep.
He said, "Best thing I've done." So anyway, I went searching on this and thought, well, this actually could be for me. And then I realised that the way they work, if you had any predisposition to anything like was going to suddenly pop like cancer or something, It's going to enhance the development of cells.
It's going to balloon.
It's going to balloon.
You're going to get a balloon.
So I kind of left that train
But you have had a brush with peptides.
Well, it was a cursory flirt with peptides.
A flirt?
No, I didn't go anywhere. It was just...
You didn't give your business card
I didn't give my business card. I didn't say, here we go.
Peptides if you'd like a coffee.
If you'd like a coffee, peptides. No, there was none of that.
No, okay.
I don't think I would now. Back so that was 2015-16. I was looking at...
As you'd come off over...
Not mentioned to the missus, just quietly Googled.
Yep. Delete history.
Delete history. It was going to be beneficial to her by the way in the reading.
But from what you...
Well, yeah. But I think CrossFit's filled that void now.
Oh, someone said to me the other day, you've got a natural bloom.
He said to me, a guy said the other day, why CrossFit? And I didn't have an answer, and all I came up with off the top of my head, I said, as I was coming out of my mouth, I thought, puts lead in your pencil. That's what I said. And he stood there with his beer at a Christmas party and went, righto, and walked off.
Yeah. I wonder whether he got home that night and went,
CrossFit.
Lead in pencil.
You've got a grouping of people there for one to watch.
Yep.
I started with Parky. The old, the people who consistently do it, like Timmy Keating, Beck Leach, Abby herself, and Shannon. These guys in the heart of winter and all that stuff are still doing it in COVID winter, in Zoom, no matter whatever the interface is with the coach and the Wham Bam community, they've put their hand up and done it. So, Sean Wilson, another one, he's done well. It's been a great effort from everyone, really. So it's probably you throw a whole handful of people into one to watch. So it's really, I think one to watch on the graphic below. It's going to be the whole Wham Bam community, to be quite honest. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I really hate the theatrical throwing down of the weights.
Right.
The like, I'm going to bang the weights down.
Yeah.
To me, that just seems...
Do you reckon in their minds they're going like this, it's slow-mo, and they're going... and it's like spit coming out of their mouth, and you can see the bar from a low angle recoiling.
Well, okay, it's...
About that sort of stuff?
Now, the weapon will feel as though these are directed towards her.
Ooh, okay.
Because I've got another pet hate.
Does it involve the weapon?
No, well, it involves... It's the... I think that they throw the weights down because they're trying to conserve energy.
Holding it and just letting it...
Yeah, so they're not controlling it down.
Yeah.
Whereas for blokes like you and me, there's actually a benefit for the eccentric contractions going down.
Yeah. What's the eccentric contraction?
Well, concentric, eccentric. Yep.
Crack a fact?
Crack a fact. Okay. Anyway, the other little pet hate I have is what's some of the more competitive, you talked about, people making the jump into that more elite category.
Yep.
When it says you're doing X amount of rounds and you're going to do 15 calories on the rower, I view that I'm going to do 15 calories on the rower.
Yep.
But it's come to my attention that some of our people cheat a little bit.
I know you're going with
They
this.
get to 13 and a half calories and then do a really big pull and just let the momentum go so that it kicks over to 15 calories.
We got pinged. Timmy K was on this the other night. He came round to all the rowers in between and reset them back to zero.
Well, that's another... Yeah, but that's a secondary issue, mate. That's then if it goes another calorie over.
Yeah. And sometimes it's more. I've jumped on it and it's been... If we've gone 15 and it's gone to 18... And I've just taken off from 18, going, what's 3 less I do?
You're only cheating yourself though, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, but I'm just trying to get through it.
So that's what I mean, bouncing off the cushions, mate. Mate, maybe your resolution needs to be,
Stop
when there's a cushion, stay away from it.
Do you know what? I'm known around here as the fishmonger.
The fishmonger?
The fishmonger.
Could you explain that?
Because I like to scale.
There's nothing wrong with scaling. It's even if you could do it, you're scaling. That's where it becomes a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit-ups. Oh, what's the scale for sit-ups?
Oh, how about?
Because you
did
did have a reputation for doing the
glute raises.
Glute raises.
I still do.
And really, mate, it is a bit unbecoming when you're watching people doing things and you get to Douggie and Dougie's doing.
Well, the embarrassment kicks in when you get the classic Instagram story video comes up. And everyone's doing it, and then you got me on the floor like a fuckwit, just it's glute raising. I do feel that at the time I'm very comfortable with myself, and the shame kicks in later.
Yeah.
And I wish I was doing it. In fact, last night, it's an admission. I'll admit to only you.
Okay.
Only you. Is that last night we were doing the WOD with the burpee box jumps. I spied the camera. I did the jumps when the camera's rolling, and then when the camera's off, went to step-ups.
But on that note, mate, I reckon we'd say that's it for...
we haven't done.
Right, so I can't even remember what we did, I think.
We used to go, we could signing off for 2020.
From 2020 for Deano and Douggie. Yeah. Deano and Douggie. Signing off for 2020 for Deano and Dougie's Real Time.